Assisted Lab, Configuring Administrative Interfaces. Scenario: administrative interfaces allow for remote management of servers over the network. While this makes management much easier, it also exposes the servers to greater risk of compromise if the tools and protocols used for remote administration are not made secure. Given the nature of modern security threats, it is vital that the client workstations used for remote management be hardened against compromise. This is referred to as a Secure Administrative Workstation, SA. SAs should be installed with a minimal amount of desktop software and restricted from general web/email/office document use. To complete this lab, use Secure Shell (SSH) to manage the LAMP server and configure secure passwordless access to the administrative interface using public key cryptography. Objectives: this activity is designed to test your understanding of and ability to apply content examples in the following CompTIA server plus objective. 2.3 Given a scenario, configure and maintain server functions and features. 0% tasks complete. Next, use SSH client. Use SSH client. Secure Shell (SSH) is a command-line remote management tool that uses an encrypted connection to secure the administrative account credentials and prevent any snooping or modification of the management traffic. To complete this task, connect to the LAMP 10 Ubuntu server from the PC 10 VM using the PuTTY SSH client software. PuTTY is written and maintained primarily by Simon Tatum. From the security alert, make a note of the server host key or use screen capture, Alt plus print screen, and paste the dialog into a paint file. This is the cryptographic key that identifies the LAMP server and allows it to make the connection secure against snooping. You are prompted to trust the key because of the risk of an on-path, or man-in-the-middle, attack, where a malicious actor manipulates the network so that you connect to a different machine. Managing and verifying host keys is a considerable challenge on a large network. Select Yes. The same permissions apply as if working locally. You need to run the command as sudo. Run the following command and confirm with $$w0rd when prompted. The network connection closes. When using SSH, it is important not to do things that will lock you out of the system you are managing, especially when configuring firewall rules. Rules. We used the restart option, so the server will be back online shortly, assuming no boot problems. Using the H option could have involved an embarrassing call to your hosting center to get the machine up again. Less. Select OK. Close the PuTTY window. Use SFTP client. Where PuTTY implements a terminal-only, WinSCP is primarily a GUI client for managing files using FTP over SSH, SFTP, plus other remote file management protocols. WinSCP is freeware developed by Martin Prykryl. Note the key. Both SHA and MD5 fingerprints are reported. The key ID and MD5 fingerprint are identical to the one reported by PuTTY. Compare them using the screenshot you made. Select Yes to trust the server. Configure public key authentication. Password-based access is difficult when there are tens or hundreds of servers to manage. SSH connections can also be authenticated by a client key. You witnessed in the previous task how the server was identified to the client by a public host key. This can work the other way around. The server can be configured with the public keys of trusted clients and use the key as an authentication credential instead of a password. This type of authentication uses a key pair. The private key is kept secret. It must be stored securely on the user's computer or a secure USB key and only accessed by an authorized account. The public key identifies the subject, user or computer as the owner of the linked private key. This public key is copied to the SSH server. Because of the way public key encryption works, the server can trust that the user holds the private key linked to the public key and authenticate them. To complete this task, enable public key authentication on LAMP's SSH server and copy the user's client key to it to enable passwordless authentication. Upload key. On a Linux client, we could use SSH CoursAide to transfer the key. On Windows, we need to do this manually by connecting using a password one more time. To make use of public key authentication, upload the public part of the key pair to the server and configure your session to use it to connect. Review Lab. Answer the following comprehensive questions to ensure that you recognize the importance of the activity steps and the uses for the information you have learned. Which two remote protocols were used in this lab to establish connections between VMs? Secure File Transfer Protocol, SFTP. Transport Layer Security, TLS, Web Interface. Remote Desktop Protocol, RDP. Secure Shell, SSH. Correct. True or false? The default configuration of the SSH server allowed public key authentication. True. False. Correct. 100% tasks complete. Previous next, Grade Lab. Grade Lab. That concludes this lab. Please ensure you end it properly rather than just closing the browser window. Once you select Submit, you will not be able to return to this lab instance. If you want to repeat the lab, you can launch a new instance from your lab portal. Check all the step boxes above to mark all tasks as complete and make sure you have submitted responses to all the activities. Select Submit below to grade the lab. 100% tasks complete. Previous Submit.